Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us for game one of our doubleheader today. It'll be the Road Warrior Black Sox taking on the Killer Bees. Road Warrior Black Sox played one game yesterday, took another victory over the Wolfpack, who had the doubleheader, and Killer Bees also took a victory over the Wolfpack. Luis Cruz on the mound for the Road Warrior Black Sox. First pitch to leadoff man playing center field, Wadi Almonte, is taken for, or swung on and fouled up back to the screen. So quickly 0-1. Third baseman shading in, protecting the bunt as that pitch misses high. 1-1. Nice sunny day, a good chill in the air. Very nice weather in Washington, Pennsylvania. That 1-1 pitch misses high again, and it's 2-1. Monte playing center field again today. Ortega playing shortstop. Batting in the 2-hole. That 2-1 pitch misses outside, and the count's 3-1. Cruz looking to settle in here. The 3-1. Taken high, ball four, so that'll be a leadoff walk. That'll bring up the shortstop, Ortega. A couple good at-bats yesterday. Helped his team get the victory. A lot of speed for the Killer Bees. First pitch to him. Swung on and hit in the center field, and that will be caught by Nick Penzetta running in. That ball hung up just enough for him to make a catch running in. And there's out number one. So with one out, that'll bring up first baseman Christian Harrington. First pitch to him is taken for a called strike. Almonte still remains at first base. Good holds from Cruz. The runner goes. That pitch taken for a ball. It looked like the throw from Luis Martinez is not going to be in time. So a good throw from the Road Warrior catcher. Fortunately, wasn't able to get there in time. And it's a stolen base. So 1-1 on Harrington. Runner at second base. Only one out. Runner goes again. That pitch swung on and fouled to the third base dugout. And it's 1-2. So 1-2 on Harrington. As Cruz will step off. Will Musser to follow. 1-2. Swung on and missed. So big strikeout for Cruz, and that's out number two. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Will Musser. Been swinging the bat extremely well. Big lead for Almonte at second base and a spin move, but nobody covering the bag. So no worries there. First pitch to him. Swung on and lined into left center gap. That's going to split the outfielder. Starp will pick it up. It's going to get through his legs, and Penzetta will have to back it up. He'll bobble it as well. But it's going to be an RBI double for Musser. So with two outs, the Killer Bees scratch a one run away. Swinging at the first pitch. Good piece of hitting from Musser. Allows Wadi Almonte to come around and score. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Luke Jackson. Will Mustard dancing around to second base. The first pitch to Jackson bounces outside for ball 1. Luke Jackson homered yesterday as he takes that pitch outside for ball 2. Two outs, Mustard at second base. A 2-0 pitch taken catches the lower part of the zone for a called strike. It's 2-1. Brian Reyes standing on deck. The 2-1. Just misses the outer half. It's ball 3. Mustard extends his lead at second base. And that pitch misses low, so another walk for Cruz. And that'll put runners on first and second with still 2 outs. And Brian Reyes walking to the plate. So 2 outs, Mustard at second. Luke Jackson at first base after the walk. And catcher Brian Reyes taking his first pitch. Good off speed. Looked like a slider taken for a called strike. Mustard keeping his feet moving at second base. Cruz able to get him to a stop. And that pitch is swung on, hit hard into center field, but Pinzetta shaded in the gap. Will make the catch, and there's out number 3. So the Killer Bees scratch 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We'll move into the bottom half of the first inning. Killer Bees on top, 1-0. We're all set to go. Bottom half of the first inning. Killer Bees take an early 1-0 lead. Marcus Johnson, the lefty, on the mound for the Killer Bees. And he'll face the leadoff hitter, Bradley Roberto, playing right field today. As he takes that first pitch for a called strike. The 0-1. Misses low and outside for a ball, 1-1. Johnson gets set. That pitch, a good off speed, just misses the inner half. It had a lot of late movement. And it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, taken on the outer half, called a strike, and it's 2-2. Good job battling back there from Johnson. Looking sharp for this leadoff hitter. The 2-2 pitch, off speed, big hack and a miss, and there's out number 1. So Berto goes down swinging, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Nick Penzetta. First pitch to him, taken up and in for a ball. That 1-0 pitch looked like a two-seam that misses well out of the zone. 2-0. Shortstop Tyler Reese waits on deck. He'll be followed by the designated hitter Carson McCurdy as that pitch is taken for a called strike on the outer half. 2-1. The 2-1 from Johnson. Taken on the outer half, a good pitch, just catches the black. And it's 2-2. Johnson gets his sign. The 2-2 pitch hits him on the inner leg. Looked like a cutter or a slider that just had a lot of late movement. And Penzetta's on board with a hit by pitch. So speed on the bases, and that'll bring up shortstop Tyler Reese. Tyler Reese looking to do damage this early in the game. Penzetta, really good lead off the lefty. Keeps bouncing around back and forth. First pitch to Tyler Reese is swung on and popped high into foul territory. The catcher Reyes has a beat on it. And he will make the catch. And there's out number 2. So with 2 outs, Penzetta at first base. That'll bring up designated hitter Carson McCurdy. Penzetta dancing around at first base again as that pitch is taken on the outer half for strike 1. Good slider, and that's 0-2. Chance for Johnson to get out of it. Penzetta takes off that pitch high and inside, and there will be no throw, and that's a stolen base for Nick Penzetta. So 1-2 the count on McCurdy. He's got a runner in scoring position now. Quick check on Penzetta. Dancing around again. The 1-2 pitch misses low and outside for a ball. 2-2. First baseman Scout Knotts waiting on deck. Runner goes, delayed jump, and the slider swung on and missed. And there's out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We'll move into the top half of the second inning now. Killer Bees still on top early, 1-0. Top of the second inning, Killer Bees third baseman Justin Guyton will lead off against Cruz, out for his second inning of work. First pitch to Guyton misses well, up and in for a ball. The 1-0. Check swing, he went all the way around. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, another big hack, good off speed, looked like it dropped off the table. And it's 1-2. That pitch swung on and hit into shallow right field, chasing in Roberto. He'll make the catch in shallow right, and there's out number 1. One out. That'll bring up second baseman Hunter Bogue. Bogue pitched very well yesterday against the Wolfpack. I guess now dubbed the Brilliant Sox. So that first pitch to him swung on and hit high. And they don't know where it is. It looks like it's going to get out of play for a foul ball. Strike 1. So 0-1 on Bogue. That pitch swung on, lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Tharp is going to pick it up, and they'll hold him to a 1-out single. Good swing from Bogue. So with 1 out, Bogue at first base. That'll bring up left fielder E.J. Lewis. Lewis, a lot of speed. Bogue takes a short lead at first base. The pitch to Lewis. Bounces away from Luis Martinez, and that's going to allow Bogue to reach second base. So that'll be a wild pitch. And the Killer Bees have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Cruz taking a look at Bogue, standing at second base. The 1-0 misses inside, and it's 2-0. Lewis squares the bunt, and he pulled back. It looked like he didn't foul it. It looked like he hit off the catcher. Umpire saying he didn't make any contact with it. Or did it? So it looks like it's another wild pitch that allows Bogue to get to third. That pitch taken on the outer half, and it's 2-1, or 3-1, excuse me. So 2 wild pitches, and now Bogue at third base. Is that pitch taken for ball 4? So that'll put runners on the corners and more speed on the bases for the leadoff man, Wadi Almonte. Almonte walked, stole second, and came around to score on the Will Mustard double. E.J. Lewis sure to be on the move. Yep, runner goes. Big swing and a miss from Almonte. Fake throw from Louis Martinez. And that puts both runners in scoring position with only 1 out. So ball 1 on Almonte. That pitch swung on and hit softly over the shortstop, Reese. That's going to be a base hit. Bogue will score. Lewis being sent to home. The throw is short. And that's a 2 RBI double for Wadi Almonte. It's now 3-0 Killer Bees. So still only 1 out. Almonte now standing at second base. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ortega. Lined out to center his first time up. Wadi Almonte is going to take third. A pitch is a called strike. The throw to third is not in time. Just a little high. Not a bad throw. Caused third baseman Josh Burns to jump up in the air. So a stolen base puts him at third. The 0-1. The slider that gets away from the catcher, and that will allow Almonte to score, and it's 4-0. So 1-1 on Ortega. The 1-1 from Cruz. Swung on and lined into center field. Penzetta will run in. He'll play it off of 1 hop, and that'll be another single. And another base runner for the Killer Bees. And that'll bring up first baseman Christian Harrington, 0 for 1 so far today. That pitch taken on the outer half for a called strike, 0-1. Harrington struck out swinging his first time up. That pitch swung on, grounded softly foul down the third base side, 0-2. So 1 out, Ortega at first base 4-0 Killer Bees. That pitch is a slider that's hit high into right center field. Birdo's camping underneath it. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs. Still 1 runner at first. That'll bring up Will Musser. Had the RBI double. His first time at the dish. Was later stranded at second base. That pitch just misses the outer half. Ball 1. Good lead for Ortega. He bluffs a steal, and that pitch is fouled away. And it's 1-1. Quick throw over to first base. It looked like a really good throw. Might have got him, but umpire says he's safe. So still 1-1. That pitch just misses the inner half. A lot of good movement, but not quite enough. 2-1. That pitch bounces. A good job by catcher Louis Martinez to keep it in front. And it's 3-1. Musser waits. 3-1 pitches. There's another pickoff move for Cruz. Ortega back in plenty of time. The 3-1. Swung on, hit high on the right side. Scott Knott's giving it chase in foul territory, and it will land just out of play. So that'll move the count 3-2. So 3-2, 2 outs. Runner at first will definitely be on the move. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes, swung on and grounded foul right into the third base dugout. Still 3-2. The 3-2 again. Runner on the move, grounded softly again down the third base side, and that'll be a foul ball. Good fight from Musser. The 3-2 again. Bounces for ball 4. So that'll put runners first and second. Still 2 out. And that'll bring up designated hitter Luke Jackson. Jackson walked his first time up. First pitch to him from Cruz. It's a slider taken for a called strike. The 0-1 bounces away from Louis, but he keeps it close enough. The runners will not advance, and it's 1-1. A lot of wind coming from behind me. causing me a slight headache with all this equipment. The 1-1 bounces again, but it gets away from Martinez this time. And both runners will advance on the wild pitch. So second and third, 2 outs. 2-1 on Luke Jackson. That pitch taken on the outer half, and it's now 3-1. Some movement in the Road Warrior bullpen. Looks like Ryan Skillman getting loose. 3-1 misses outside, ball 4. So that'll load the bases on Luke Jackson's second walk in this game. And Carson McCurdy is going to come out and chat with his pitcher. See if he's all right. So after that chat, Martinez and McCurdy chatting it up a little bit. Maybe talking strategy. And that'll bring up catcher Brian Reyes. Reyes lined out to center field his first time up. First pitch to Reyes. Slider bounces in the turf. Good job from Louie to keep it in front, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 taken right down the middle for a called strike. 1-1. That 1-1 pitch taken just misses the lower part of the zone. Really good pitch from Cruz, and it's 2-1. Fouled straight back. And it's 2-2. So Cruz looking to get out of this, leaving the bases loaded. The 2-2. Swung on and hit high, but foul out of play. Still 2-2. That pitch grounded to third base. Burns will pick it up. He'll step on third for the final out. But the Killer Bees scratched 3 more runs across on 3 hits. No errors and 3 men left stranded. We'll move into the bottom half of the second. Killer Bees on top of the Road Warrior Black Sox, 4-0. Bottom half of the second inning, Marcus Johnson back on the mound with his team leading 4-0, and he'll face the leadoff hitter, first baseman Scout Knotts. He takes that pitch low for ball one. Or no, he called it a strike. Road Warrior dugout not happy about it. I can't blame him. So now it's 0-1. That pitch taken on the inner half called strike two. So 0-2. Johnson tries for the slider on the outer half, but it misses for ball one. The 1-2 is swung on, hit hard in the right center gap. That's going to get down. Almonte won't be able to cut it off. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Scout Knotts around second. He's going to head for third, and he's going to lead off the bottom of the second with a leadoff triple. Good piece of hitting from Knotts. And then I'll bring up the extra hitter, Jorge Carrero. Josh Burns, third baseman, waiting on deck. So Scout Knotts at third, nobody out. And the first pitch to Carrero, taken on the inner half, called strike one. Oh, 1 misses well out of the zone. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 misses well inside. Now it's 2-1. Killer Bees hoping Johnson's not a little rattled after that leadoff triple. Good piece of hitting again from Scout Knotts. 3-1. Or 2-1, excuse me, misses outside. Now it's 3-1. Josh Burns waiting on deck. Johnson delivers the 3-1. Misses low, ball four. So that'll put runners on the corners with nobody out. Josh Burns been tearing up the batter's box and playing a really decent infield. He's played pretty much every infield position once this year so far. So he swings and fouls that one at the plate. Carrero short lead at first base. Long look from Johnson. The 0-1. Swung on, grounded foul again, this time to the third base dugout, and it's quickly 0-2. Second baseman LeGary Stewart waiting on deck. Another short lead. Carrero leaning back to the bag, and that pitch is fouled back. So good job to stay alive. Still 0-2. Still some movement in the Road Warrior bullpen. That pitch misses low and inside for a ball, and it's 1-2. That 1-2 pitch called on the outer half, strike 3, and there's out number 1. So Josh Burns goes down looking, and that'll bring up LeGary Stewart. So 1 out, runner still at the corners. LeGary Stewart been having some good at-bats himself this year. Playing really well at second base. He's another one of the Road Warrior Black Sox utility infielders. Guerrero with his lead at first. LeGary's going to square around. He's going to pull back, and there's ball 1. Stewart squares around again, and he will pull back. Fortunately, the umpire saw it. Hard to tell from this angle. And it's 2-0. Good job from Stewart to pull his barrel back just in time. He squares around a third time, and he'll pull back, and that's ball 3. Stewart doing a good job making Johnson a little nervous. With the bunt attempts. The 3-0. Taken for ball 4, and it's going to get away from the catcher. Scout Knotts is going to head to the plate. The flip to the pitcher covering. He is safe. Able to get around the tag. And that'll put runners on first and second now. After Scout Knotts scoring on the wild pitch. And that'll bring up the catcher, Louis Martinez. Louis Martinez also one of the hotter hitters for the Road Warrior Black Sox. Had himself a couple hits in yesterday's game. First pitch to him. Bounces for ball 1. Good job by Reyes keeping it in front. And a quick timeout call from manager Cole Bombalis to talk to his catcher and pitcher. After the quick talk, we'll get back to it. 1-0 on Martinez. Guerrero at second, Stewart at first. 1 run came around, and it's 4-1. Killer Bees leading here in the bottom half of the second. Johnson comes set. The 1-0 pitch. Taken upstairs for a ball, and that back pick to first base trying to catch Stewart leaning, but he gets